isn't completely shining quite yet. There are still a few clouds. Noah, what do people need to know for the rest of the day?
Oh, well, they need to know that we're going to be dodging a couple little brief downpours right now, and we're seeing those temperatures warming up into the middle to upper 80s area. You can kind of see some of those big puffy cumulus clouds, even a few stratus clouds popping off in the distance there, especially in our photo camera. I'll step aside there, but overall middle to upper 80s right now. In terms of what we're seeing out there on the radar, there we go. I'm starting to see a couple of those pop-up showers, mainly north of Interstate 40 across the 5 News area. We'll actually take a closer look. You got to really squint and look pretty hard. We got one a little shower near Farmington. We had a couple in western Bend County that looks like they're fizzling out. We have one near Jay in Delaware County. And overall, these are going to continue to kind of work their way through the region over the next, say, several hours. In fact, already by early afternoon, seeing a couple of those pop-up showers and storms continue to push their way through eastern Oklahoma. Now, it's going to be very hard to predict. At least a computer model has a hard time predicting exactly where these fall later this afternoon, but just know that there's that isolated small chance of seeing a couple brief downpours out there. I don't think everyone sees these, though. They're going to be very hit or miss in nature. That continues there through the afternoon and early evening hours, and even by, say, 9-10 p.m. I think most of the activity is probably fizzling out by then. Afternoon high temperatures expected to be into the upper 80s here the next few hours in northwest Arkansas. I think some lower 90s, especially if we can get a bit more sunshine to pop out in the river valley. These are what we can expect our high temperatures to be here in about, say, 3 to 4 hours. It continues to get hotter, though, for Saturday and Sunday. Already back to the 90s in northwest Arkansas. Both Saturday and Sunday, the heat index starting to climb a little bit. In fact, we're feeling like over 100 on Sunday already, and a very low rain chance. We're going to be mostly dry heading to the weekend. The river valley looks to be pretty hot as well Saturday and Sunday as well, 95, 97. We got the Johnson County Peach Festival going on the next couple of days. We got the Northwest Arkansas Naturals back in town starting tonight and also heading through the weekend. So lots going on across the area. You'll enjoy that out there. Just make sure maybe we're finding ways to stay cool. And you're really going to want to stay cool heading to the weekend as this big heat dome starts to build in. The jet stream going to be way off to our north, and it continues to kind of steer all of those storm systems well away from us. But it also actually steers all the wildfire smoke from Canada actually across parts of the Great Lakes and parts of the Northeast. In fact, they're seeing some very hazardous air quality in some of the major cities across the Great Lakes, the Mid-Atlantic, and the Northeast United States. And that's expected to miss us well to the Northeast. Meanwhile, though, we're just going to see those hot temperatures continue to build the next several days. Of course, you'll feel the heat for Saturday. You'll feel it for Sunday. These dark reds, these pinks, indicating temperatures well into the 90s, even close to the triple-digit mark. In fact, look at Kansas City by Monday evening, 100 degrees. That's not even the heat index. In fact, speaking of the heat index, we're going to be feeling between, say, 105 and 110 in the River Valley, especially Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. In northwest Arkansas, this little light blue bar, we're going to be feeling between, say, 100 and 105 Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I think Tuesday is probably when our heat actually starts to peak before we'll take just a brief step back in terms of the temperature department. But pretty much each day, you'll notice progressively gets a little bit warmer. So Saturday to Sunday to Monday, Tuesday is where we peak at 97. That would be our hottest temperature so far this summer. Then we'll take a little step down on Wednesday, Thursday. Could actually see a little cold front move in. That's why that little brief cool down there. But even a cool down that I say, it's not really too much of a cool down. Still 90s. The River Valley, we're looking at 95 on Saturday. We're already into the closer to the upper 90s for Sunday. You could probably make that argument, 97. Monday, Tuesday, already at the triple-digit mark. That would be our first 100-degree day. Might even get a couple out there Monday, Tuesday. Maybe even Wednesday. We're forecasting 99. And maybe a little bit of relief by next Thursday at 96. But 96, is that really relief? I guess compared to 101, I guess it is.
Oh, triple digits, good grief. Well, keep the sunscreen handy.
Yes.
But you can also get a tan. Look on the bright side.
That is true, yeah. A lot of people love to get their tan, and then they sometimes get burnt in the process.
Yeah, keep the sunscreen and the fan handy for sure.
For sure, absolutely.
All right, thanks for that, Noah.